Good morning. This is Sewfly's Unique Boutique. My name is Tammy, and I get my hands on just about anything and everything is crafting wise. Yeah, this is basically about cross stitch and a little bit of quilting and a little bit of whatever else I can get my hands on too. Today is June 27th, I believe. 25 was Tuesday. Yeah, 27th, 2024. And this is FlossTube number 46. So, let's get started, shall we? I have a couple of finishes. And these are things that you've seen. And finally, I finished my vampire goblet. Done this on a 14 count fabric of the month from Under the Sea Fabrics called Boreas. I love how it came out. It's beautiful. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got those last two straight stitches. But this is what it looks like. This is from Night Spirit Studios. And it was an exclusive for her Patreon, which I used to be part of. I love it. I really do. I think it's beautiful. I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. And then the other thing I finished was my spooky sampler or spooky Quaker. This is by From the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. And it's just, I love how it came out. This motif here took forever, but after working on it an hour a day, finally got to the last day. I think I finished this on Friday last week. I got to the last part of this and I just said, I'm finishing it. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I see the light at the end of the tunnel and I went for the light. And this is done on an unknown Bestitch Me that came from a scrap bag that I got once. I don't think she does scrap bags anymore. But I was able to get, spend like $15 and I got a scrap bag of different counts of Ada that she had dyed. So we got dandelion caramel milk tea today. Alright, what have I been working on? I actually have to cross off this one. And that is it. I only got 3 things done on my goals since the 20th. I finished the Vampire Goblet, I finished the Spooky Sampler, and I got 500 stitches on 3 cheers. But I seem to have been stitching quite a bit. So let's get on with it. Sunday was like spooky and more spooky. Yeah, that's my air conditioner. I'm sorry, I might have to stop this and turn it off. But it'll go on. It's like an automatic thing. So I've got, for some reason, I was in a prairie school So I started Schooler Knock Knock. And this is only 2 colors. It's great. I am doing it on a 16 count Icelandic beige. And I've gotten over 300 stitches in it already. And that happened on Sunday. So this is what I got done. And I am just taking it one step at a time. I'm trying to do all the outlines before I do any of the filling. So that's that one. The other one that I decided to pick up and work on is Prairie Schooler Hocus Pocus. And I'm working on this owl right here. And I'm trying to outline the block next to it. And this is as far as I've gotten. Here's the owl. And this is going to be Luck, and it's got a cat in it. And then once these two are done, I can work on the last row and maybe figure out a way to put the border in without. This is an 8x8 Q snap. I don't really care for Q snaps, but it's what I had and what worked. So I'm kind of looking forward to the little pro. It's down here. Yeah. This one over here. That's in the last row. But I like this, and I think that the Prairie Schooler Halloweens are primitive, yes, but I think the primitiveness of them makes them worth the stitching. I mean, some people use it as comfort stitching. I don't normally, but I just saw it and decided it needed to get some work done. So I got some work done on it. And then I found this one. I don't have a picture for this one, but it's a tribal butterfly. And when I picked it up, I only had half of this done. I didn't have half as much as this wing done. Did not have the antenna or the head or this part. This is part of the upper wing here. So I have a tribal bear like this. I also have a tribal bat. I think when I'm done with this one, I'm going to do that. And I'm using it's Forbidden Fiber Company Becoming thread. And I like it. I think it's beautiful. And I really I really like the tribal, kind of like I like the geometric kind of like those. And then the next thing was to get 100 stitches for 5 days and 3 cheers, which is the My Chemical Romance themed stitch full coverage that I'm doing for my daughter. I've got almost 2,400 stitches in this. Here it is. It's finally starting to look a little bit like something. This is the girl right here, and this is the guy. Going across here, I only have 3 more blocks to fill in, and going down here, I have quite a few more, but that's okay. I'm doing this in a 16 count easy count gridded Ada, and I'm working in diagonal, so I'm going down this way. I'm trying to finish up this one here, and then work on this one, and then go down here, and then start up here again and work my way down. I mean, I know that's not the typical way of doing diagonals on, excuse me, full coverage, but it's working for me. It takes me a little bit, but it's working for me because I end up jumping around quite a bit to fill in like the red and the white, and come to find out, I think I was supposed to use light effects white, but I didn't, and that's okay. Just use B5200. That's it. All right. And I told you last week that I started a new 1 hour a day. Started this on Monday, I think. A new 1 hour a day stitch. And it's a cat. And I don't have a picture, but you really don't need it because you know what it is. But I didn't have the 413, I think it was. So I'm using 535, 3799. I need some fill in the little ears with 152. This is 451, and then 310, and then 3799, like I said. So this little cat, I think this is either going to a friend of mine whose birthday is this month, or it's going to go to my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is a very big cat fan. She used to have cats before she started living in a rehab. So yeah. So there she is. Cute little cat. I love the eyes. The eyes are 7'3", I believe. And it's all outlined. The tail is solid 310, so I'm gonna finish up the tail, but I'm trying to get some of the more of the face done. And I work on this an hour a day, give or take, every day. So it's done. I like the little, picking a project and only working on it for an hour every day. It seems to get a little bit more coverage, and I get finishes that way. So as soon as I'm done with the cat, I gotta pick something that's on my finish list. Alright. The other thing I have been working on is needle and floss Halloween tile. So it looks like. It's kind of like an in circles that have the, it's divided in 4 ways, and each corner is get a different thing. The same motifs in each corner, and then they all meet in the middle. So, but this is, you can find this shop on Etsy. So, this is the needle and floss. I bought stuff from here before. And this has some funky name to it. I have no idea what it is, but it's just. I've got a knot in. Get the knot out. Yeah, I got a knot in here, and it's right in front, so you're gonna see my knot. Sorry. Alright, here it is. And this right here is the bone, the crossbones in the middle. And then there's, I think, down here we've got like another this motif here. We got a ghost, and then we got a pumpkin that has bangs. And I'm doing this with trying to think. Dying for Sass, the Bat Tears, which is a very pretty variegated purple that doesn't show up much here, but it is very pretty. And this is an 18 count Ada that I dyed myself, pearl gray, specifically for this piece. And then one of my other goals, which I only got 300 stitches in, I still, 2, but I'm just gonna do 300 stitches at a time. Unbeknownst to me, didn't realize how much confetti is in here. So, this is the owls, and I should be starting on this ear very quickly. In my next chunk of 100 stitches. So I will be starting this owl relatively soon. Yeah, there is a lot. I mean, there's like 2 stitches of this color, stitch of this color, stitch of this color, and I'm like, oh my god. And I feel bad for my friend Claudia because she threw in with me and she's not doing the background. She's doing just the owl part. And she started in the middle and she did not get very much done because of all the confetti. And I kind of feel bad because I kind of talked her into doing it. I mean, she fell in love with the pattern, so I don't know. But yeah, this is as far as I've gotten done. It's right there. Can't really see it that well, but that's 600. Yeah, 600 stitches. And then when I get past this one, going down here, this is where the ear starts. So we shall see. My goodness. And I do have one other finish. If you just hold 1 second, I'll get it. All right. Hi. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see this, but I have been crocheting this for a little bit, and I sat down yesterday and just decided I wanted to finish it. This is actually for my mother-in-law, and it is a triangle shawl. It's done in different pinks and purple variegated yarn. And I made her one for Christmas, and she loved it. And she's always cold. We've just had a heat wave, and here I am crocheting. But um, this, I really think, it's not gonna bother her to wear it anywhere. But yeah, this is the second triangle shawl I've ever made, and I love it. And I have this was done with a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and it's basically just granny square style. And I'm going to try to make a couple more and sell them at craft fairs. Hopefully, we shall see. So, yep, that's my crochet finish anyway. Um, yeah. Now, the let me think. The Whipco calls for July were 6 and 23, I believe. Now, number 6 for me is a new start. I don't know if I'm going to do the scary stack or if I'm going to pick something else because I'm just not feeling the scary stack right now. So, I don't know if I'm going to pick something else or what I'm going to do. I might do something Christmassy considering it's Jingle Jangle July next month. The other thing was I thought about doing a whip parade, but I wasn't feeling it. So, I think I'm just going to skip that too until the end of the year. I might do a finish parade as well at the end of the year, even though some of my finishes are gone because they were gifts. Hi. I have a pair of eyes over here looking at me. Now, the other thing I picked is Teresa Kogut's Silhouette Just Quicker. So, this has been a timeout for a while. So now it's time to come out of the corner and for me to work on it. Now I'm doing this on an 18 count Cyprium from Pictures Plus. And instead of swamp water, I'm using DMC 377, $37.99. And for instead of the guacamole, I'm using DMC number 14. Second. This is where I am. I haven't even finished the page. I'm trying, but I haven't made it there yet. So I'm working on Dracula, which is right here. So, and then I'm going to try to work over this way and finish this pumpkin, which I seem to have. No. What's that? Yes. Finish this pumpkin, which I seem to have had a problem with. And then hopefully be able to work my way this way. I don't know yet. But this is as far as I've gotten. Gotta finish up this motif here. I think I'm supposed to do like 3 or 4 motifs. I don't know. I might just do, work on it for an hour and see what I get. And then maybe this will become my new work on it for an hour every day kind of stitch. I don't know. Because I seem to be very far away from the end. This is not slated for a finish this year. I doubt even if I did work on it for an hour a day, I'd be able to finish it this year. But the hope is there, you know. I've had more mistakes on this than I've had on anything else I've done, so I don't understand. Okay, yeah. And it lives in my my Nightmare Before Christmas bag. That was the epic fail, but I use it anyway. And then the other thing in here is from Mr. Hood. It is the Salem Cemetery. Now this is, I think, I'm going to attempt to do a finish on this one. I don't know yet. It's on 25 count, and it takes me quite a while to get back in the groove of 25 count. This is on Stormy Sky. cloudy sky, vintage, something or other. But here it is. And this whole side from here over to here is complete. Working on this side, and then I've got to go over here and work down this side because this is another part of the gate over here. And more tombstones and more of this here. So, yeah, that is definitely something I need to finish. We'll see. Let's see what I can get done. Not guaranteeing anything. Might get it done. It's like I might get this done. Be able to get such a fright done before that's I don't know. We'll see. Alright. There are a few other things that I don't have pictures for. I don't have with me. I didn't bring them with me because I was hoping this was gonna be a short and sweet video, which it looks like it's going to be. But I have to finish. I brought out my USA blocks, my patriotic blocks from Waxing Moon Designs. I love this pattern, and I lost it for a little bit, and I was like, oh, I need to find it. So I want to finish it. But what I'm going to do is I've got slated to finish the S. So I'm going to finish S and then fill it in. Now, I'm using DMC White Etoile for the S, the box. And I'm doing this on a 16 count Icelandic beige scrap. I'm using Classic Colorworks. So, sure. The red is Clay Pot. No, Manor Red, which is right here. The light pink, which is here, is Clay Pot. And then the blue, dark blue, is Wavy Navy. And then this blue right here is Blue Moon, which I love. I think I'm going to get some more of this Blue Moon. And the white right here. The white is a 12. You really can't see it. I don't even know if this is going to focus. Not really, but I was hoping it would focus, but I guess not. But I'm going to finish the S. And on one of the Facebook, I think it's like Stitching Holidays all through the year on Facebook, they came up with a challenge of New Year's, Independence Day, doing patriotic stitching from midnight on the 3rd until I think Sunday. It's 4 days. I don't know if they're doing that again because too many people complained because they thought 1,000 stitches was too much to get. It wasn't for one day though. It was like 4 days. So I didn't have a problem with it. And then she's doing another one which is Christmas in July. And I'm already doing Jingle Jangle July. So I have picked out the Christmas Sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings. I have picked out my Hare and Deer, which is my Scandinavian sampler, which I started on December 31st of 2020. No, 2022. And I'm going to be doing 4 motifs on my Christmas sampler that's red, white, and green. I'm going to do 200 stitches, no beading, on my Jim Shore owl. My 12 Days of Christmas from Jardin Prave. I'm doing 5, 6, and 7. And I'm going to work on the Christmas bears. Hold on. There were people that actually wanted to see this. This may be my new start. Not all entirely sure about that. But this is Owl Forest Embroideries Christmas bears. That looks like this. It's one of the bears and what he looks like. And then there's 6 of them. It's not a very good picture, but here's the 6. This was a freebie on their website. They also have polar bears, Christmas polar bears, which I also downloaded. That was a freebie too. I don't know if these are still freebies. You can check it out and see. But this may be my Jingle Jangle July start. I've never done an owl forest before. I haven't decided which fabric I'm going to do it on, but I think I'm going to do it kind of on a neutral because the colors are very bright. I'm doing this DMC conversion, which is right here. Oh, come on. Okay. So this is the DMC conversion. I didn't go with the, I didn't go with the Owl Forest variegated because I'd have to order it, and from what I understand, I believe there's still an embargo on ordering things from Russia. So, but this is what I'm doing. So, and like I said, there were a couple people that wanted to see it, and they weren't sure what it looks like. So, this is what it looks like. And I think it's very cute. And the polar bears are kind of the same. They're just in more of blues. But I thought I'd try to do maybe the polar bears for my daughter, so she can have, when she decides to move into her house or whatever, she will have, a good start on Christmas things and hopefully won't have to buy as much. Because I do believe Christmas is one of her favorite holidays. She loves decorating the tree. She loves doing all that kind of stuff. So, I do have a couple of, stash things. Like, just found this. This is Cottage Garden Samplings. This is Year of the Woods number 7. It's the Bald Eagle. And I still have a few more of these to get. I like the bat and I have the bear. I think I have the raccoon, the owl. I have the fox. I have the swans. I think I need the deer and the beaver. I think there's a beaver. I'm not quite all entirely sure, but yeah, one of these days I'll get to these. I am not going to be doing it on 40 count. That's just not going to happen. So I think 3618 is the Ada equivalent to 36 count. So if I really want to be technical about it, I can say I do. Stitch on 36 count in the Ada version. Because linen, no, no. Another thing that I purchased a little bit ago were these. This is a cross stitch project planner. And I know a lot of people do the book of days and stuff like that. I'm not doing this. I'm just it's a monthly, it can go monthly, like your projects for the month, like what you're working on, what's your goals when you started it, shopping list that you need, any notes. But I have a notebook that I'm using right now, and until the pages of the notebook are all done, I won't be using this until. But yeah, this is what you do. You put, you know, your name of your project, how many, how much time you spent on those, how many days you spent on those, your start date, your end date, your size, who you're stitching it for, the materials, the fabric, the number of colors, materials needed, and any notes. So I think what I do is when I start this, what I'm going to do is, because I was using the little cards for a while, but they got in the way and they got lost and just wasn't working very well. So the book works really well. My notebook works really well. But the only thing I don't do yet is put down my stitches. And in this one, keep track of my stitches. I have a little notebook and I sit there and I count and write down the stitches. And then I got this. This is a monthly planner. Hopefully I do better than this than I do the other one. This is 2025 to 2027. And I've already started writing in some of the things. And basically, here's what January looks like. Things change like they always do. But the year of 2025 for me is going to be the year of the gnome. So I'm going to be doing monthly gnomes. So in January, it'll be a snow gnome, a winter gnome. February, it'll be a Valentine's gnome. March, St. Patrick's Day gnome. April, Easter gnome. May, patriotic for Memorial Day. June, kind of a summary gnome. July, patriotic again. August, I'm not quite sure. I guess it'll depend on the month. The theme that I pick for the month of August. September, kind of a back to school gnome. October, of course, spooky gnome. November, Thanksgiving. December, Christmas. Because I have gnomes, and more gnomes. Okay. There was also something else I got. There were a few patterns that I bought on Etsy, but I haven't had a chance to print them out because I'm running out of ink. So until I get some more ink, I really don't like black and white pictures. I do black and white charts, but I don't like the black and white pictures. So I will either take pictures of them with my phone and show them to you that way, because there's one that my fellow spooky stitchers may enjoy. And I can't remember where I got it from right yet, but it's a skull with a moth on the head of it that kind of looks like she's got a bow, like right here, because of the way the moth is placed. And I saw it and I was like, oh, it's mine. So When I get a picture of that, I'll definitely show it to you. A couple of the other things that I want to get going on are the I bought the Lola Crow Haunted Library. I don't like Sal's because I feel bad if I can't keep up. I know I have a couple Sal going right now, but I haven't gotten past part 2, which it has a like fiddlehead fern and a little set of berries, and it's by Stitch Sprout. I haven't gotten past 2 yet, and I really don't like doing Sal's because of that, especially if they're mystery Sal's, because I don't like having a deadline on things. If I make my own deadline, like the 60 finishes, I mean, I'm turning 55 this year. So the 60 finishes are just for me, to see if I can do it. That's the challenge I gave myself. That's one thing. But doing a Sal, I've tried a couple times. I don't like them because I don't like having somebody tell me, okay, you have to get this done in a week. What if I don't want to get it done? What if I don't? And that kind of turns me off the stitching. So when I set up challenges for myself, like the 1 hour a day, or, doing the finishes, or trying to get certain things done by the end of the month, which I have failed at, as you already know, the 20 and 24, I failed at. But you know what? That's okay. Because I tried. I did make the attempt to work on some stuff, even though it didn't make me very happy. So I want to do things that are going to make me happy. This is a hobby. It's what I like to do. And I am a major gift giver. So I like giving even though they take me a while, I like giving my stuff away. And I pick it for that particular person. So, but I found this. This is from Teeny Cross Stitch. Find them on Instagram or on Etsy. And this is called Spooky. And the design size is 250 by 250. So if you're doing it on 14 count, it'll be like 18 by 18. And if you're doing it on 18 count, it's 14 by 14. So I'm assuming that if you do it on 16 count, it's 16 by 16. Yeah. And I really like it. It's like a sampler. And this is what it looks like. It's like you got the wolf. You could probably do these singularly if you wanted to. It's like you got the wolf howling here. You got the cat here, cauldron here, the rat here. You have an owl. Looks like a black rose. What else? Poison bottle. We have the toad. We have the spider. And we have a crow or raven and a bat. So these are all what's on here. And I love the vintage. If I could find some frames that have this kind of vintage look to them, I would love it. So if anybody knows where I could find some frames like that, because I have one thing I've been having the hardest time framing because what it is, and I'm just not happy that it's not framed yet because I love it. So anyway, other than that, don't think I have anything else. Um, I went to my networking group, put a craft fair on last weekend. The proceeds, because that's one of the things about my networking group, is that they raise money for different nonprofit organizations. And this one went to a home for homeless veterans. The money that we made, the money that we raised by a raffle and this, that, and the other thing, went to a home for homeless veterans. And I got an email from one of the ladies in charge asking me if it was okay if there was another lady that did kind of the same thing I do. And I'm like, sure, But she made the email sound like I wasn't supposed to, bring in some of the stuff that I do. Interesting. Because I do bowl cozies. I do mug rugs, which are like this big, and you put your coffee cup. And I can make them with a pocket on the side, as you can give them away as a gift that you can put a tea bag in, or like I don't know if they still make them, but the little tea bags full of coffee. We'll just put them out. It's terrible, but um, and then tastes like instant. It's gross. And I also do bags. Like this is one of them that I do. This can be a project bag or a e-reader. I have to figure out how to get the snap off because the snap doesn't close. No matter what I do, I can't get the snap to close. So this is Harry Potter, of course, and inside is just a gray. But yeah, once I get this fixed, this may be a giveaway or a gift from me to you. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I haven't had very good luck with giveaways, so that's okay. But then I don't really have that many subscribers. I have less than 150, and I'm doing this by myself. So I think it's a lot easier and a lot more complicated for somebody who has to do it by themselves than somebody who has a partner. Because you're basically sitting here talking to yourself. Yeah. Oh well. I'm good. I'm happy with the amount of subscribers I have. If I get more, awesome. If I don't, that's okay, because I'm happy with the people that watch me every week. So I do appreciate you watching me every week. For those of you who do, I'm very happy with my regular subscribers. I'm happy when I get new ones, and anybody who may or may not be new here, welcome. Please like, please subscribe. Again, my name is Tammy, and this is Sewfly's Unique Boutique, and I am based in Berwick, Maine. Sewfly's Unique Boutique is my small business. I make quilted items, all sorts of quilted items, from little mug rugs, which are about 5x5, all the way up to king size quilts. I do photo quilts. I do photo wall hangings. I do photo whatever you want. I do t-shirt quilts for price, of course. There's a lot in that. You may not think it's just cut out the part of the t-shirt and so you can't do that. You cannot do that. And I learned a lot with the first and only one that I made. I make the e-reader sleeves. And the reason why I make the e-reader sleeves and also can be considered a project sleeve because they're they're a little bit less expensive. I mean, I only charge maybe $12-15 depending upon the size. And I like making them. And I am an avid reader. I have a Kindle, which you've seen. I need to get a new one because mine is slow and it is old. I've had it basically since 2017, Christmas of 2017, because I had asked my husband for a new one. I've had two in my life. I've had the one my mother bought for me years ago when my daughter was born, and I have the one that my husband bought me in 2017. So I do want to get a new one, and Amazon days are coming up, so I might get one then. Don't know. Might wait until Christmas. Because what I want to try to do is get possibly have Pattern Keeper downloaded onto it. And figure out how to scan in, upload, whatever you have to do with the patterns. Because basically what I do is paper and a highlighter. And I tape them together. That's how I'm doing my full coverages. Paper and a highlighter. Hey, it works. So I might not like the Pattern Keeper, you know? I've heard a lot of people rave about it. I've heard a lot of people rave about GoodNotes. I've heard a lot of people rave about Markup XP. And that's fine. If that's what works for you, awesome. But it may not work for me. I mean, I may just be the old school paper and a highlighter. Or a colored pencil. That's what I do. Yeah. Color in a 10 by 10 square. Yeah. But that's okay. But then again, I'm just working on small ones. I don't do real big full coverage. 2,000 and 2,300 stitches is about the biggest thing I've ever done so far. And that's not even finished yet. So we're talking 100,000 stitches. Or 10,000 stitches. 10,000 stitches, because it's 100 by 100. So 100 times 100 is 10,000 stitches. So anyway, but yeah. So if you should have any questions, if you missed something, me talking because the air conditioner came on and tried to put my voice up there. If you missed something and you want to know what it is, you can get in touch with me at sewflyuninqueboutique on Instagram. You can email me at sewflyuninqueboutique at gmail.com. Or you can put a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I'm very good about getting back to people when they comment. Because I don't have that many commenters, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm good with it. But if there's something on here that you saw that you liked and missed the name or something, then please get back to me. You can follow me on Instagram. I have, and I have my channel here. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and keep going on. Keep on keeping on.